Cloudflare is the CDN, web application firewall, and edge platform that many websites rely on. But is it really the best solution on the market? Bunny.net is an up-and-coming edge platform, so I'm comparing Cloudflare and Bunny.net to see which is superior. Now, first I need to clarify what I'm comparing. As you may know, Cloudflare is a massive platform with many solutions ranging from a web application firewall and content delivery network to AI computing. It would be very difficult to compare every aspect of Cloudflare and Bunny.net, so I'm going to focus on the content delivery network, web application firewall, and DNS management. This is what I feel is the core product that both Cloudflare and Bunny.net offer. So with that being said, let's jump into the comparison. The setup process requires some tech knowledge from both platforms, but from a CDN and DNS perspective, I feel that Cloudflare is more beginner friendly. Its ability to scan and import the DNS records from your current name servers is a time saver, and I also appreciate that I can enable the CDN by just flipping the switch next to the cloud icon. I don't have to think about anything else. The Bunny.net setup process is more involved. You'll have to manually enter each DNS record, and there's a separate process to set up the CDN. Since most of my websites are WordPress, I've been using the Bunny.net WordPress plugin, which eliminates the need to manually set up the CDN. However, you will need to set it up by hand if you're using a different platform. If you're interested in seeing a setup guide on Bunny.net, drop a comment down below. Another aspect I prefer about Cloudflare is the strong integration with third-party platforms. Platforms like Google Workspace and Microsoft 365 integrate directly with Cloudflare, allowing you to sign in with your account and automatically add the necessary DNS records. These widespread integrations are possible thanks to Cloudflare's popularity. I miss them with Bunny.net, but how do the two compare when it comes to speed? Cloudflare's global network has servers in 335 cities compared to Bunny's 119 cities. You would think that Cloudflare's network is faster, but Bunny's network has an average latency of 25 milliseconds compared to Cloudflare's 50 milliseconds. Now, in my real-world testing, which is basically going to the same website and two browser windows running through the different CDNs, Bunny felt a tad faster, but real-world testing isn't scientific, and I just thought this was worth mentioning. For some more reliable data, I ran GT metrics in 6 locations. I ran each test twice per location and took the average of the two tests. In nearly all cases, Bunny had a faster time to first byte by around 0.2 seconds, and overall, Bunny was significantly faster in many locations. In North America, Cloudflare loaded the website about 0.2 seconds faster in both locations, but in Europe and China, Bunny loaded the website a full 1 second faster than Cloudflare. The differences were most dramatic in India, where Bunny loaded my website over 3 seconds faster than Cloudflare. However, in Australia, Cloudflare was 3 seconds faster than Bunny. I'm honestly not sure why Cloudflare beat Bunny in Australia, since I have Bunny configured to cache data in Asia, but overall, Bunny was significantly faster in most regions. Using a CDN like Cloudflare or Bunny will increase the consistency of your site speed globally, but they're mainly going to help with static pages. If you're running an e-commerce store, membership site, or another resource-intensive website, you need the right hosting. When I built Krayler Academy using WordPress, I knew I had to pay special attention to my hosting so students from all over the world could access the lessons quickly. I turned to Kinsta to host my site, and if you need WordPress hosting that just works, Kinsta is worth trying. Kinsta was kind enough to sponsor this video, but I've been a Kinsta customer long before they reached out. Kinsta's managed WordPress hosting has everything I look for in a host, including an intuitive dashboard, 24/7 customer support, daily backups, automated plugin updates, and staging environments. And all Kinsta plans come with Cloudflare Enterprise included. This means you can access Cloudflare's most advanced protection to keep your site and data secure. Kinsta has hosting solutions that scale with your site, and also scale with the number of sites. So whether you're an agency or have one demanding website, Kinsta has a plan for you. Right now, Kinsta is offering the first month free with no contracts. They offer free migration, so why not give it a try? You can claim your free month at the link below, and huge thanks to Kinsta for supporting the channel. Both Cloudflare and Bunny have a built-in web application firewall, or WAF, but Cloudflare's network has a greater emphasis on security. It's not that Bunny is insecure, but Bunny is a content delivery network first with a WAF as a bonus. Bunny's WAF offers DDoS protection, request and network limits, and more. New features like an AI request filter are coming soon, and Bunny's security features are adequate to protect the average website. Cloudflare has a greater emphasis on security, with products like Cloudflare Turnstile being offered in addition to the WAF. Turnstile is a captcha replacement that confirms users are real without slowing down their experience. It integrates with the Cloudflare network to enhance the experience on future websites. For example, if a user clears a security challenge, Cloudflare can issue a clearance cookie that is recognized by their network. When that user visits another website that's also running on the Cloudflare WAF, they can bypass Turnstile and not have to clear another security challenge. Now, you could use Cloudflare Turnstile independently with Bunny or any CDN, but you won't experience that deep integration with the Cloudflare network. And that's perhaps Cloudflare's main strength, the size of its network. Cloudflare collects traffic metadata and performance metrics on its free plan and uses this information to enhance the network for everyone. Cloudflare has offered a free plan for years, and I don't see this changing anytime soon. But if you've ever wondered why it makes sense for Cloudflare to do this, it's because they want the traffic data. By having as many websites as possible on their network, they can offer better real-time protection to enterprises who are willing to pay big money for security. Because of this, it feels like the free version of Cloudflare doesn't really do much, at least from a speed perspective. I've been a long-time user of Cloudflare's free plans because of the convenient DNS management and security benefits, but it's not going to do much to speed up your site. If you want to upgrade to a paid plan, you have three options: the Pro plan for $20 a month per site, the Business plan for $200 a month per site, or the Enterprise plan with custom pricing. Actually, there is a secret fourth option, which is to use Kinsta for your WordPress hosting, then you get Cloudflare Enterprise for free. Link below if you want to check it out. But honestly, I'm not sure the Pro and Business plans really get you much. If you compare the features, you'll notice a lot of them are reserved for the Enterprise plan. This again solidifies that Cloudflare's target customer is enterprises. They want to leverage the data from free, pro, and business sites to better serve their enterprise customers. Bunny takes a different approach to pricing. Their DNS service is free for the first 20 million queries, then it's 10 cents per additional 1 million queries. They don't offer a free CDN, but their CDN is between 1 and 6 cents per gigabyte depending on the region it's served from. Bunny has a $1 monthly minimum across all of its services, and since everything is usage-based, you could add as many sites as you'd like and just pay $1 a month until all of the usage exceeds that. Bunny has a pricing calculator so you can see what it would cost for your site, but my usage has been between 30 and 50 cents a month, so I've just been paying that $1 monthly minimum. 200 gigabytes of bandwidth would cost around $2 a month, and you could use up to 2 terabytes of bandwidth for $20 a month, which matches Cloudflare's cheapest plan. While usage-based pricing may seem a bit scary, you're likely not going to end up with a big bill. And since everything is pay-as-you-go, you could set up Bunny and monitor it for a few hours or days, and disable it if it seems like the bill is running up too quickly. The advantage of usage-based billing is you get all of the power of the Bunny CDN, without some features being locked behind more expensive plans. The only exception is Bunny's Enterprise Support plan, which gets you 24/7 availability, access to a private Slack channel, a dedicated account manager, and direct communication with developers. Still, the standard support is incredibly helpful. You get responses within 24 hours, and it's easy to file a ticket and get help from an actual human. When I had an issue with Bunny Stream last year, I filed a ticket and received responses within an hour. For simpler issues, the fluffy AI chatbot is able to assist, or you can jump in the Bunny Discord server and get help from the community. On the flip side, Cloudflare's customer support is practically non-existent. The help dropdown points you all over the place, and assuming you're able to find the help page, you're invited to upgrade to the business plan for $200 a month just to access the live chat. On the other side of the help page, you're told that free customers can only submit cases for billing, account, and registrar issues, and for technical issues, you're invited to fill out a form to receive relevant diagnostics and documentation to help resolve your issue. Well, that's great. If you want to speak to a human, you'll have to pay $20 a month per site for the Pro plan for ticket support, or $200 a month per site for the Business plan for live chat access. Once again, Cloudflare is making it clear that they care about enterprise customers. That's clearly their target market. Okay, so should you use Cloudflare? Well, as limiting as Cloudflare is, at least on the free plan, it's easier to set up and manage thanks to the DNS record importer, one-click CDN deployment, and deep integration with outside platforms. Cloudflare also has added benefits in the free plan like email forwarding and the ability to register and renew domain names at wholesale cost. But past this, Cloudflare doesn't offer much in the way of performance. It protects your website and it's absolutely worth using over nothing at all, but the more I've experimented with Bunny.net, the more I'm falling in love with it. Sure, you will pay something to use the Bunny CDN, but it's highly affordable. The setup process is more challenging and the dashboard can be confusing, but the performance benefits and customer support make it worth the hassle in my opinion. I like knowing that my site's performance is being prioritized rather than my traffic being used to improve services for enterprise customers. And if you have a WordPress site, setting up Bunny becomes much easier if you use the WordPress plugin. So in the end, there's no one best solution for everyone, but I'd lean towards Bunny if you value your site's performance. You can use Cloudflare if you need a free solution and like the easier management experience, but I'm finding myself migrating more and more of my sites to Bunny and enjoying the immediate speed bump. If you'd like to see a full setup guide for Bunny, including the manual way without the WordPress plugin, drop a comment below and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the tutorial. And on the topic of site performance, if you're curious which mistakes you should avoid when choosing the right WordPress hosting, check out this video here.